Trouble, also called Dog Gone Trouble, is a 2019 animated feature film. This is directed by Kevin Johnson and it's written by Rob Muir, and we have a voice cast including Big Sean as Trouble. And this is about a rather adorable dog who lives quite a luxurious lifestyle, and then something happens. I won't say exactly what. It's not really a spoiler, but I won't give it away. And unfortunately, he finds himself out on the street, which in itself is quite emotional. But he's quite a happy, upbeat dog for the most part, and he finds himself having to survive. And obviously, there are a lot of other animals he encounters, a lot of other personalities, which helps to keep the narrative moving forward. I don't think the narrative for me is maybe the most exciting. There's nothing wrong with it. It flows well enough, and as I said, we get a lot of other characters, a lot of other dogs, a load of different breeds, which I rather enjoyed. But just in terms of the specifics of the narrative, it's maybe not the most exciting, but there are times when it's very emotional. I've mentioned this many times. I'm sure I'll mention it again. I don't like watching sad animal films. And it's not necessarily a depressing sad animal film from start to finish, but, well, it kind of started off that way with this poor dog Trouble having to survive on his own, which is heartbreaking in its own. But there are other things, of course, where it gets even more emotional. But there are times when it's a little funny. I wouldn't say laugh out loud funny, but there's definitely some comedy there. So the narrative for me, it works, but it's maybe not the most interesting. But it can be quite emotional. It can be a little bit funny. There are so many great characters, and the animation style is gorgeous. The animation itself is really beautiful, so I don't really have any complaints about it. I definitely think it's an animation that will appeal to both older and younger viewers. Really nice animation. Trouble is a very likable protagonist. Funny at times, really emotional at others. Not the strongest narrative in terms of the key plot points, but not so much that it's boring. It's just maybe not quite as exciting as I would have liked. But nevertheless, I rather enjoyed it. Trouble is a sweet animation, and if it sounds like something that might appeal to you, then I'd say it's one that's worth watching.